These Hot Idiots is a podcast featuring our hosts, two full-grown adult men. Together, they watch teen drama and young adult-oriented television shows one episode at a time. These Hot Idiots is a comedy podcast and isn't meant to be taken as real criticism. This podcast uses adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Hatsune Miku is going to beat you to death, the only podcast where Hatsune Miku beats you to death. I'm Ash, that's Mega.
Hello, everybody. These Hot Idiots. We continue with the Vampire Diaries, Season 2, Episode 21, which I keep thinking is the finale because of just how much happens in it.
It's not the finale. The finale is apparently what's called a coda episode, which I guess is just resolving things, but I sort of feel like this episode sort of resolved a lot of things. Honestly.
This feels like it could have ended here and gone on into the next season and we'd be happy, but I guess...
Well, I guess we just need another week before we start watching Twilight New Moon. Or Twilight Breaking Dawn.
Breaking Dawn. Yeah, part 1.
Part 1.
Yes.
Unless we do a
the
double
sacrifice ritual begins!
The sacrifice ritual begins!
God, if next episode's a flashback episode, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's gonna be like the Power Rangers flashbacks episode. Like it's gonna be a clip show.
Clip show. That's what I meant to say. If it turns out to be a fucking clip show, I'm gonna be so
Damon and Stefan
pissed.
are at the juice bar, and he's like, "Hey, remember when Logan Fell shot you?" And he's like, "Ah, I can't even get in my own house. I don't know how that makes sense."
Oh my god, such a dumb moment.
Remember when the pizza guy broke into Elena's house? We weren't even there for that, Damon.
Remember Klaus compelled the girl to tell us that he was really hot?
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird.
I want you to go to Stefan and Stefan, and I want them to tell them that I'm real hot and I want to talk to them later. Or I want to talk to Elena later.
I think it was for Elena. Oh man. Ridiculous.
Fuck. I feel bad because the last episode was so short because it was mostly just like us recapping plot because we didn't really have any like weird things we could like pick out or laugh at.
No, we had no major complaints or any weird tangents to go on that one, and that's fine.
Yeah, but I feel bad because, like, you know, if you wanted a fucking recap, there's probably like a 5-minute recap on YouTube that you could watch.
Yeah.
Like that, you know that app that like, it's like, hey, are books too hard to read? We got a version that makes the book 5 minutes so you could read it faster and miss all the stuff that like...
Miss all the important stuff,
Miss all the important stuff. Like character development. So you can just hear the plot and nothing else.
All right. Well, let's get into this recap as we start off back in the Lockwood dungeon.
Lockwood dungeon for slaves and werewolves, I guess. And
don't think about it.
Don't think about it.
Haven't had to say that in a while.
Caroline is holding the door shut with all her vampire strength as Tyler starts breaking through with his wolf face.
With his wolf face going, arf, 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 arf.
And then, like, Matt keeps, like, pointing the gun, like, I'm gonna shoot it. And Caroline's like,
shoot him.
Don't shoot it. And then he breaks the door more, and then Matt just starts fucking shooting at him.
Taking shots, and finally gets him at one point.
So she's like, hey, we got to get around him. We got to sneak around while he's wounded. And Matt's just like, you sure? I can shoot him more. It's fine.
I guess that's one way you can solve a love triangle is if you just shoot the other one.
Why doesn't he simply just shoot the other one in the love triangle, making it a love line?
Yes.
Minus one dimension. Now it's
I know the trope is murder the hypotenuse, but
this hypotenuse is getting murdered, Caroline. Bam. But she talks about him shooting him even more, and she uses her vampire sneed to sneak out.
She fucking zooms him out, nooms him out.
Damon's got a yucky on his arm, and he's starting to get the cold sweats because he's got the ick.
He's got the werewolf bite, and that makes him go
ick.
No.
And it makes him go, ew, werewolf.
Yeah, hate it.
Him and Catherine talk about there's no cure for werewolf bites, and she's like, I mean, oh, and also, Jenna's gonna get killed, so I feel bad because I didn't have a choice. And he's like, I gave you revenge so you could make a choice, you dumb bitch who looks like the girl I love.
And also, I still hate you, so I'm not gonna reconcile with you even as I'm dying.
I'm not gonna reconcile with you even as I'm dying. Later, loser, L on the forehead, like.
L on the forehead, indeed.
Back at the quarry, the Q Rangers are fighting a monster that turns you into like a child. No.
Yeah, something like that.
Or some shit, or they'll make you solve riddles or something. And also, Jen is there.
Like, it's a quarry. There's probably it's if it's not one of the Sentai teams, it's a Kamen Rider, or it's the Power Rangers,
or it's the Power Rangers, or it's Ultraman.
It's Ultraman. Well, Ultraman doesn't really fight in quarries all that often.
Well, sometimes before he gets big.
Sometimes, but he's more likely to just fight in the city.
Fighting
set.
like the rubber city, yeah.
Yeah.
Where everything's made of foam.
Meanwhile, we got the sacrifice going on. We're getting all sorts of rings of fire going on here.
Jenna apologizes to Elena that she got kidnapped by a vampire because she answered the phone and it was like Elena, and she was so scared, but she didn't like check her number or anything.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe Catherine had used Elena's phone for the trick, but
I don't know when she had that phone. Oh wait, no, she did.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, I'm remembering. I think she did grab the phone at one point.
They stole the phone. I remember that.
Yeah.
So Jenna is a vampire, and then the witch shows up and starts making the Olympic rings around Elena and Jenna separate, but like the fire rings are touching like a Venn diagram. Jenna in the left ring and Elena in the right ring, and when they intersect, I guess female related.
Well, I don't think the rings actually touch, so it's not really that great of a Venn diagram.
I know, but I'm thinking of like what could intersect if they were touching.
Gilbert. They are technically part of the Gilbert family.
Okay, that's the Venn diagram.
That's the Venn diagram.
The witch cuts her wrist with like a piece of wood, I guess.
Or like a rock, I think, like a really sharp rock.
Like a sharp rock.
To feed Jenna blood.
And then when Jenna like starts drinking from the blood, we notice that the subtitles just said no audio.
While there's very much music playing.
While there's audio.
I made the stupid joke of, don't fall for it, Jenna. Greta's just gonna call you a racist if you drink her blood.
Oh no, it's because Greta's a different skin color than Jenna.
Yes.
Elena's like, don't worry about it, Jenna. We'll be fine. Then we get
I wonder why Greta even actually did slice her own wrist and feed her own blood. Couldn't she just go hunt down a deer? I know it's late, but...
Well, I mean, I guess she has to be a full vampire for the sacrifice to work, but you think they'd have that worked out before that happened, so she didn't have to cut her wrist.
You think they would have had some blood bags on standby or something? I don't know. Maybe Klaus just doesn't do blood bags.
We get a cold open, and then just Jeremy and Bonnie sitting.
Yeah, this whole thing was like a really long cold open. It was like 5 minutes before we're even in the episode.
I do love late cold opens. My favorite late cold open is when it's the end of the episode and the title shows up, but we haven't gotten that yet.
Oh my god, that's gonna be great.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it happens. It's just we haven't gotten that yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that yet, but if it does happen, oh boy.
Elijah explains stuff. Mostly how, like, mid-transition, Elijah's vulnerable, or Klaus is vulnerable, and Elijah's gonna kill him with Bonnie. And Damon calls and explains that Jenna's now the sacrifice. And they're like, "Oh fuck."
Oh shit.
So they bring Jules over from I guess stage left.
Whatever basement Klaus was keeping her in.
The basement Klaus was keeping her in, and then also she has a spell to not be a werewolf, mostly because they didn't want to like. I guess they don't want to bring a wolf to the fire.
Yeah, they was to delay her they started to slow her transformation was the spell.
And then a third ring shows up, and we are 3/5 to the Olympics.
We are 3/5 the Olympics
And-
as this episode is being recorded after the Olympics. Yay!
Yay! Matt and Caroline board up in a house. I don't know whose house, just a house.
I want to say
it might
this
be the Lockwood's house.
This has got to be the Lockwood house.
Matt admitted to lying about the Vervain thing and like being compelled, and that he was actually working with her mom, and her mom wants to kill her, but he's not sure. And like,
right now we're just kind of locked up in this place with Tyler outside wanting to kill us.
Caroline's mom grew up hating vampire movies. She hates all forms of vampires. Hates Bela Lugosi.
Hates Kiefer Sutherland so much.
Hates Kiefer Sutherland so much. Hates Tom Cruise. I think it was Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yes. An interview, yes.
Yeah. Just anyone who was a vampire, she hates him.
Hates him.
Damon is still sick, and then answers the door, and it's, God damn it, it's John.
Yep, he's back.
John's like, what's going on? What? No one said like Elena's gonna be a vampire. You gotta fucking fix this shit. And he threatens Damon, and Damon shoves him to a wall, and he's like, not playing games. I don't care what you think. You suck. You're John. Who cares what John thinks?
Who cares about you, John? You suck. Ruined everything.
Klaus hands off the soapstone to the witch, Greta. And then she just blows up the stone.
Blows up the moonstone. All jokes about it being so die here.
Yeah, unless the moonstone comes back, this is the end of the moonstone.
This is the end of the moonstone, unless it comes back, but I don't think it's going to come back.
The fire goes down around Jules, and she tries to attack Klaus, but Klaus extracts her heart, trying to increase the heart extraction count on his wiki page.
Yeah. Always a good time we get a heart extraction. We even get to see like the prop real close up too.
Yeah, fake heart. I love it.
Yeah.
Jeremy's reading a book, and Bonnie's sitting with him, and she's got way too much lip gloss on for the situation.
She's got so much lip gloss on, and we're just like over here like, where'd you get all that lip gloss? Like when you guys packed up for this whole situation, Jeremy brought my fight. He didn't bring all that much lip gloss.
Wait, Bonnie, here's some EOS Smooth Glide lip gloss. I know how dry your lips get. I just want to make sure that they're properly not parched.
Oh my god.
You don't want to be caught out you don't want to be caught out with a vampire, and you want to have dry, chapped lips. It's those things you don't think about when you're being attacked by a vampire, about how dry your lips are.
Only Jeremy would.
If your lips split and you're kissing a vampire, then they'll start drinking your blood because your lips are dry and you didn't moisturize them with lip gloss.
Keep in mind that Bonnie is not dating any vampires right now.
No, she's not, but she could be.
Jeremy is thinking about that all the time for some reason.
Wait, you gotta moisturize. Bonnie. Me, your personal skincare assistant, is here to help.
Oh my god.
Why did we come up with Jeremy giving her lip gloss instead of her bringing her own fucking lip gloss?
Because I'm fairly certain she was faking dead when she got brought here.
So she couldn't go to like Walgreens and get a little tube of lip gloss?
No, she's dead. She has to stay dead. Klaus could also be at that Walgreens.
Are you saying that Klaus had part of Klaus's beat to check for like witches is the Walgreens?
he goes to the Walgreens to buy all the Vervain products and destroy them in an oil drum fire.
Yes,
better prepare.
that'll be $84.95, sir. Wait, excuse me. Excuse me for saying, but like, why are you buying so much lotion? I
I like the flavor.
I like the flavor. You know, you put that on your skin, right? I
That's
like the
the
flavor.
scent, I should say.
I like the scent. Here's your money. Don't talk to me. I'm gonna give you a 1 on your cashier survey unless you don't ask questions.
I'm not asking any more
I'm
questions.
not asking any questions. I need this job. That's right.
I like the flavor is very much a thing a vampire would say. An old ass vampire doesn't understand modern conveniences.
What is lotion? Does it go in your mouth?
Do you eat the lotion to make your skin cleaner? No.
What if like someone was lying to him this whole time about like modern day stuff?
Oh my
Just
god.
to fuck with him? No, it's just like, yes. Or Elijah's talking to him, yes, Klaus, this is lotion. It goes on your tongue and makes your skin look more human. So you're saying that this makes me look less pale if I put it in my mouth? Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed. This is a credit card. You throw it at people to purchase things. Why don't I believe you? Wait, no. Interesting. Money can be exchanged for goods and services.
Now I'm just picturing back at the buying all the fucking Vervain product. He just froze the credit card at the cashier.
It just hit like bonks off his chest. Ah! I would like to make a purchase.
Why'd you throw your credit card at me?
Is that not the customs of Virginia?
Of spoons.
Spoons, Virginia. Okay, where am I?
Bonnie and Jeremy are reading.
Bonnie
something.
and Jeremy are reading, and she finds out that Jenna's in trouble, and she's gonna go save them. But Stefan's like, "No, I'm gonna go alone, and I'm gonna sacrifice myself, and then you could kill Klaus
I'm gonna
afterwards."
be the sacrifice.
Meanwhile, at the 3/5 of the Olympics, I wondered when Gajira was gonna play, but they were making their Flying Whales album at the time, and
Yes.
and that means that they were not playing at the Olympics yet.
No. Who was playing at the 2012 Summer Olympics?
Let me see. 2012 Olympic. Was that London?
That was the London Games, yeah.
Oh, here's the. Oh my God! It's 4 hours. Fuck that.
No, that's the. Oh, is that like the opening ceremony? I wonder if I can find who was the musical act. It would be the opening ceremony, right?
I think so. Mike Oldfield? No. Was it Mike Oldfield?
It might have been Mike Oldfield. See, I'm just gonna type. Music was by Mike Oldfield. Okay.
Okay, Mike Oldfield. Like
Interesting.
Repping old school prog rock.
Yeah.
The Tubular Bells guy.
He is nuclear, you know.
He is nuclear. Jenna just starts talking about how she thought about not being an aunt when she first heard that like Elena's parents died, and that
she was gonna just like not take in these two, her and Jeremy,
and just like kind of leave them to the foster system. And Elena's like, "Why'd you tell me that?"
Jenna's like, "I'm a failure." Elena's like, "You're not a failure." I just started spinning it off into like, I thought that when I'd fail you guys, it'd be like teen pregnancy or Jeremy overdose. I didn't think I'd get turned into a vampire.
I was gonna say, when I thought I failed you, I thought it was like you're gonna get with some scumbag and you're gonna move to Carolina, or you're gonna get like hooked on drugs, or Jeremy's gonna overdose. I didn't think failure was I turn into a vampire when we both get murdered.
In a ritual sacrifice.
In a ritual sacrifice. This was not on my bingo board. Let me tell you something, Elena.
I don't know. I just thought that was the energy when she said that she failed. Was just like, I don't know. I don't think you really could have prepared for this one, Jenna.
I don't think this was in the list of possibilities.
No.
Elena suggests Jenna to run before the ritual's complete. Caroline is back at the house. She doesn't know how to feel about this, and Tyler just knocks on the door.
And at first, Matt's gonna get the gun. It's like, Matt, werewolves don't knock. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but I could shoot him again just in case.
No, Matt.
So she tells him to take off his shirt and jacket.
No. She only wants the jacket. Thankfully. Wait.
But yeah, Tyler's naked and he's afraid. No, he's
naked and afraid. He's doing pretty well for the bullet that got put in him.
Elijah explains to Stefan that they're at Steven's quarry, not Stefan's quarry.
Not Stefan's quarry, different quarry.
And, just like, you're very honorable for sacrificing yourself, Stefan. It's like, come on, Elijah, code of honor. You got to be honorable, too.
Yeah.
Klaus just sort of killed all of Elijah's family and dumped them in the ocean, according to him.
Scattered their parts in the ocean or something.
Yes, they put him in a black coffin in the ocean.
Anyway,
John brought even more Gilbert journals.
Yeah.
You think there would be like you think you would like copy these to something instead of just having a giant fucking tote of books?
Yeah, it's like a whole ass like cardboard box full of diaries, and it's like, okay, sure, you can't replicate the visuals here very well. You had to do like a lot of like retracing of that stuff, but type in some of the word, like the written stuff.
Well, I mean,
that
you
way
can just
you have
scan
like
the pages. You can
or
just
scan the page. Yeah, scan the pages.
Scan the pages and like make it a file.
Yeah,
like that's
then you
what,
can copy those files over and over again. Everyone can have
files into like a bigger book or like a leather-bound book.
You could publish those.
You could publish those and make them like public, and then everyone can read them, and then know that there's vampires and start.
Hell, even if they don't believe that it's
like
now
a vampire hunt.
Well, even if people don't believe it, they'll have that knowledge in case they actually do end up running into a real vampire.
Because fuck it, right?
Because they read the Gilbert journals.
You can make a lot of money doing that. Damon is mad that John's there because he's John, and punches a wall with his whole arm.
And thank God he didn't hit a support beam.
He did not hit the support beam to the house. Just like, unlike Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy, who was offering towels and also destroyed the entire house they were in.
They wrecked Johnny's house. It was because Rolf was just sauning naked.
Yeah, he just had his balls out, and like everyone was uncomfortable, and then Ed destroyed the entire house, solving the problem. Stefan's there. He shows up at the sacrifice. Sean explains this kind of roundabout story while he's at the little witch house that everyone's at.
About like, I think it was Emily Bennett had done some sort of like spell.
Emily Bennett did like I think it was like a dead baby, and like she brought it to life, but it killed the mother or something.
She transferred the mom's life energy to resurrect the baby, but the mom died as a result. Very equivalent exchange that way.
It's very alchemy. It's much Full Metal Alchemist, much Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I mean, that's what happened that's how they brought back Dewey, right? Do I remember? I think that's what happened in Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
They sacrificed whoever wasn't Malcolm to bring back Dewey.
Fucking, I'm trying to think if any of the actors in that family had a replacement act, like any of the characters had a replacement actor. I want to say the oldest son had a replacement actor, but I could be wrong on that.
What was his name?
Hold on, I'll have to check that.
You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now.
Footage of Bret Hart wrestling Sting.
You're not the boss.
Damn it! None of them had a replacement actor.
Bryan Cranston. No,
Nah.
no one can replace Bryan Cranston. He's irreplaceable.
Nah, yeah. I was hoping that there was one character who had an actor switch at some point. But no.
They're filming right around Breaking Bad when Breaking Bad got really good.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I didn't realize how long Malcolm in the Middle lasted. It went until 2006. Yeah, you might be right.
No, I was talking about Vampire Diaries.
Oh, Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, because they were filming around. They were filming around 2011. That was when season 3 dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Breaking Bad was getting real good.
Mm.
Damon doubts this is gonna work, and that like this magic soul mumbo jumbo doesn't exist, and it's just like, Damon, you're a vampire. Werewolves are real.
And that's really all. We don't even need to go into the extensive list. Just go to Damon, you're a vampire. We're done.
Damon, you're a vampire. There you
That's
go.
it.
That's my argument.
That's my counterpoint. No, there's never a time when you're in a supernatural or like a fantasy kind of world or a sci-fi fantasy kind of thing.
Look, man, when magic's real, you can't just be like, that's all mobo jobo to me. It's all mumbo jumbo.
No, you can't be all, this is a bunch of hocus pocus.
There's
like
pizza
this is
on
also
your
a thing in comic books a lot, where it's like, what do you mean you don't believe in God? You work with a god.
God's right there. He's a god. So
that could be on DC or Marvel, really.
Jenna tries to hear what Stefan and Klaus are talking about, and she has trouble focusing because she's a fledgling vampire. And Klaus doesn't want to do the trade because he's a pervert.
He says he likes the I can't remember the exact words, but he does think it's kind of neat that it's just like
3 women
I sacrifice 3 women for it, 3 goddesses, and it's like yeah, maiden, mother, and crone. We got you, Klaus, you pervert.
So Tyler's asleep, and Caroline and Matt talk, and Matt's just like, these last few days were really fun. You were the most Caroline I've ever seen. You were the most Caroline-y. We had a good time. I got to shoot Tyler. It was rad.
That was awesome.
But you know what life is about? It's about getting into horrible credit card debt. And that's why I can't be with you.
Yep.
It's like life sucks, but I want to be in that life. Having a job, going to school, getting into credit card debt,
paying bills
with my credit card.
That's in debt.
I'm in horrible credit card debt. Please, Caroline, you don't understand. And that's why I gotta break up with you.
Can't keep throwing my credit card at people.
I can't keep throwing my credit card at people. I got told that wasn't a thing people do. Bonnie is doing a thing. Jeremy wants to come to John. She's doing the chanting on John. Jeremy wants to come with, but Bonnie just knocks him out.
Bonnie just knocks him out.
Also, they trap Alaric in the house, which is weird because he's a seasoned vampire hunter and he has a body count.
But Bonnie's like, I don't want to risk any more lives. Bonnie, Rick has probably been doing this while you were shitting your diapers.
Rick was doing this when you were shitting your diapers, and also it's Jenna, and he's kind of dating her. I feel like it's fine to bring him.
Also, I just gotta say, that kiss between Bonnie and Jeremy was just really awkward looking.
Well, she did knock him out while doing it.
Well, she didn't knock him out, but even before that was the point.
Just a little stroke. Just a little itty bitty.
Little stroke.
Little stroke.
Not
just
too much.
Finessed a stroke into Jeremy's brain.
Just a little one. He'll be fine.
Just a little one. He'll be okay, I think.
You just mess with his equilibrium a little.
A little bit of blood in the brain, It is what it is. Klaus just stabs Stefan from behind with a pointy rock or a stake or whatever it was.
He gets him with a stake, yeah.
And then hits him with like a spinning neck breaker.
Quite literal neck breaker, this one.
I kind of wish he hit him with the rude awakening, but that means he had to do a hip swivel first.
And
like,
that would just throw off the pace entirely.
I'd be down.
I'd be down, but it would like just quite literal spinning neck breaker. Like usually you don't actually break the neck. Klaus, however, does not go halfway.
Jenna attacks the witch to stop the spell, but Klaus takes her hostage.
Yeah, she jumps at and bites Greta on the neck.
And
but this gets her staked.
I guess that kills
her? Greta? No, she's fine.
And then Jenna gets stabbed, and then Elena's like, "No, Jenna!
No, Jenna!"
The thing they kept playing in the Jenny Nicholson review, every time she says Jenna, it just shows Jenna getting stabbed. It's the funniest bit.
I was partly waiting for when that was going to happen.
I didn't think it happened so early, actually. I thought it was going to be like season 4 or some shit.
No, it's here. I'll at least give Jenna this credit. She went out fighting. So
she did go out fighting. Stefan
had that dog in her.
Stefan can't get the thing out of his back.
No, he's also just fucked from the neck.
The witch continues the spell by just pouring some wine into like a small cauldron next to the fire.
I think it's supposed to be Jenna's blood, but I'm just thinking, man, they're just boiling.
And it was kind of pink.
I was like, yes, keep boiling the Hawaiian punch.
Keep boiling the Hawaiian punch.
It really does look kind of like Hawaiian punch being poured in there.
Then they turn off the fire and they go take Elena, and he's gonna get ready to kill her, and he's like, any last words? And Elena's like, fuck you.
Let's go to hell.
Go to hell. You go to I wish she started ranting on him like how Jim Ross rants on Triple H. Triple H,
my
you
God.
son of a bitch. You got no soul.
Have you got no heart? Have you got no soul?
Have you got no heart? You son of a bitch, Triple H. That might be the ending clip. It's just JR just yelling at Triple H. Either that or is the support beam joke.
Oh my God. Probably the support beam.
He drinks Elena's blood, and then he can feel it. He can feel the change within him as he becomes a wolf hybrid man.
And starts like feeling his bones crack.
All
like,
his bones break, and he's like, ah.
Oh God, actually, that's really painful.
Undo. But
why did I want this?
And then like lightning starts for some reason.
Aggressively, there is so much lightning during.
Lightning starts, and then Bonnie shows up and attacks him with magic, and she's chanting, and there's like wind and lightning and fire.
Just so much fire. I think she also takes Greta out of the picture during this.
She takes Greta out. Actually, no. I think Damon snaps her neck.
Oh yeah, Damon just gets up behind Greta and snaps her neck.
And just fucking Bonnie going, Asa Timberlake.
She's just firing it off. She's like, there's just massive walls of fire. Well, not massive walls, but there's just walls of fire.
Moderate walls of
fire. There's lightning and thunder going off like every 3 seconds.
Every 3 seconds.
It's Damon like, Jesus Christ, Bonnie.
Damon rips the stake out of Stefan's back, and it's like, you gotta count to 3 before you do that. Fuck. As the more random lightning happens, Elijah attacks Klaus and is going to remove his heart, but like Klaus pleads, is like, no, your family's still alive. Your family's still alive.
I could get you to them. It's fine.
It's fine. And Elijah's like, huh. He thinks about it and then sides with Klaus, and they CGI jump over the fire.
And bail, and it's like, no.
John is writing a thing in a diary. And it's actually a letter. And also, I think the Gilbert ring?
Yeah, he hands Jeremy the letter and I think a Gilbert ring. Either
because I think the daylight ring.
It would just be a straight up Gilbert ring. I don't think it's the daylight ring.
The daylight ring looks a little different than the Gilbert ring.
Yeah, so that's the Gilbert ring.
They're tackier. John tells Alaric to take care of Jeremy for some reason. Damon
because fucking he has been a better uncle than John has.
Well, to be fair, like even if you tried a little, like if you just took her out to get a fucking slushy, I feel like you'd be a better uncle than John. Hey, Elaine, you want a slushy? That's the most kind thing anyone has ever done to me.
I think oh yeah, well this is around also when they bring Elena back into the Salvatore house.
They bring her into the house and sit her on the couch, and she snaps awake, and she's fine apparently. So John walks outside, and then he just falls over.
This also begins the stupidest
he
joke
doesn't
we've
even
done.
take a bump. He just goes,
He just flat drops, and we didn't understand it on the initial watch.
We didn't understand it on the initial watch, and then Damon, like Jeremy, walks in and looks confused, and Damon just says sorry.
What are you apologizing for?
What are you apologizing for? I don't know. What are you talking about?
And I think after John dies, we get like, yeah. So John dies, and the explanation we kind of pieced together before starting the recording was that
he equivalent
Bonnie,
exchanged himself using Bonnie's magic to.
Yeah, Bonnie put the spell on him to transfer his life force to Elena so she doesn't die, which is also why she's not a vampire. I think
she's not a vampire. I believe.
Yeah.
Because I checked, and she doesn't become a vampire this season.
All right.
So yeah, he fucking equivalent exchanged himself back like to die in Elena's place, pretty much, and Elena's fine. And what were you gonna say?
And then he just kind of falls over. I was gonna say I thought we had a flash forward to the next few months, but no, we still got.
Tyler
got another scene with
Tyler shows off his bullet wounds, and we kept commenting that Matt was like, "It was awesome," but he left.
Matt wasn't there, but we kept putting him in the scene and just bragging about shooting Tyler.
Caroline's like, Matt broke up with me. You know how it is. But, I want you to stay, Tyler, because I like you, even though you tried to kill me 2 times. But nobody's nerfed, or whatever.
Nobody's nerfed.
You know what this Damon talks to Stefan about how Elena's in shock over what happened. And then we cut to a little bit later, and,
I feel like we get like a few months later. This is a flash forward to the funeral.
Elena's got a nice dress, and Jeremy looks like someone put a suit on him, and he doesn't know why. So we just started joking that no one told him that Jenna or John died.
No one told him for months. They would just tell him that they're sorry, and he'd just be like, "What's everyone apologizing for?"
Everyone just keeps saying sorry. I don't get it. Where'd Jenna go? You just said she went to a farm upstate, right? I hope she brings back a pig. I like pigs.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Pigs. What if we had like a little? What if we had like a little Gilbert pig?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jeremy, I'm sorry.
We're sorry for how stupid we've made you.
To be fair, he did OD this season.
Did he OD this season?
Yeah, it's episode 1.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't OD because he tried.
He almost OD'd, but the vampire blood and also the fact he didn't take enough didn't brought him back.
He took like an ibuprofen.
They hug, and she reads a letter from John, and it was pretty much like, "Sorry, I've been kind of an asshole.
I should have been a better uncle dad to you.
Uncle dad to you. Like, I don't know why I acted like a prick this whole time. Honestly, it kind of hindered the whole keeping you safe thing. Honestly, I was just a big nuisance." But it is what it is. Ripping pepperonis. Love John.
John.
Why did I say that to myself?
I don't know. We have this little moment of just
they're laying flowers
everyone being
on
sad.
The Gilbert graves, but it's just all the Gilberts in one big grave, I guess.
Yeah, and now Jenna and John have been added to the grave pile. And Skinny Love by Birdie is playing the whole time.
The episode's co-writer wrote John's letter in about 5 minutes.
All right, if you can get it done fast.
Sorry, I am a dick. Apparently, this is also the first time they switched directors.
Huh. Really?
Oh, maybe they did all right.
I guess we haven't really been paying as much attention on the director's chair side of things.
Yeah, we might get into that later. But then it's Damon's just kind of sulking in the distance, and Stefan goes over and it's like, so we got like an original werewolf hybrid, and they're just kind of running about, and we gotta kill them. Also, I'm dying.
Let's go. Yeah, Damon's just like, yeah, I'm dying, and I don't wanna be around eating coffee and tea cakes.
I don't want to sit around at a Starbucks with you guys while I'm dying of wolf poison.
Yeah, something like that. Well, not wanting to be at like the post-wake, whatever it's called.
The wake up.
I forget what it's called. The kind of the little like arrangement after a wake. I don't want to say party because that sounds inappropriate.
I don't know.
I feel like I should know what it's called.
I don't know what it is either. Reception? No, that's a wedding.
That's a wedding, yeah. So I'll look it up, but it's just.
And that's the end of the episode. It feels like the season ended.
Damon kind of walks off away from everyone, and we're just going like, David, the car's the other way.
David, turn around. But yes, that's the end of the episode and the end of episode 21.
The end of episode 21, we are going to be hitting. We're going to hit the end of season 2 next week.
Yeah.
Should nothing go wrong.
Should nothing go wrong.
Very good episode. Really like big climactic episode that feels like it should be the finale, but somehow
not the finale.
Somehow not the finale, despite the fact that it feels like it should have been the last episode. Like, if they had just done a clip show here, I wouldn't mind if it meant that we got like a big proper finale here for the next episode. God help us if it's a clip show next week.
Remember the time that we were at the juice bar? And it's just the cast of the Vampire Diaries and then like Bulk and Skull Rush. Hey, who are these guys? That's not what happened.
Not.
Look, Google Podcast shut down, but you can get our episodes on YouTube and Spotify and pretty much all those like podcast apps that like upload podcasts. We got our Tumblies.
Just to reiterate, the only song we had this episode was "Skinny Love" by Birdie,
which is a cover of Bon Iver.
Oh, it is a cover?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because it was from For Emma Forever Ago, 2007, and then the cover by Birdie was in 2011.
All right. Yeah, anywhere, YouTube, anywhere you can get a podcast, that's where you can find us. And also, we have our individual Tumblrs, Ash Nightshade and Mega Fighter Free for Free.
Yeah.
Where I need to start actually, like, posting episodes, too, for God's sake. Why am I not doing that?
Honestly, I feel like the weird thing about our podcast is we have two of the most, like, struggle to be social / advertising / like any sort of like creative
We're
footwork.
So bad at playing the algorithm at all.
We're so bad at playing the algorithm, but we still want to do like these podcasts writing projects.
Yes.
We need like a third guy, except his job is just like tell us to socialize.
As a social media manager of some kind.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to be a social media manager, we can not pay you because we don't make money either.
Yeah. Would you like exposure as a social media manager?
Would you like exposure as a social media manager and the fact that you lifted 2 weirdos out of complete irrelevancy? That could be you.
That could be you.
That could be you. If we get a Patreon, you could get like 1/3 of $5. And yeah, incentives.
All right, I think that should cover everything.
Yeah. I'm thirsty. I'm
right.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Tall Rock at your service.
Now look what you did!
I can't bear to look, Rolf. Is that the support beam to the house?
What's a support beam?
This has been quite a day.